Hi peeps, it's Tersse back in the old squat box again, and I'm talking about movies. This is like a movie talking video, talking about movies, and well, for the last, fucking hell, the last, I don't know, 30 fucking hours, man, I've just been watching Japanese fucking movies, you know, brilliant fucking Japanese movies. Korean movies, Asian. I love the way they film shit. I love the way they, wear their movies out. I mean, like I've just watched about nine Zatoichi movies in a row. That's Zatoichi. Zatoichi or Ichi movies, and they're fucking brilliant, man. I mean, they're like Japanese westerns, I mean, except you don't have like 30% of the movie, inane crap of just people riding on horses across fucking expanses of landscape, I love the Zatoichi movies. They're brilliant. They are the epitome of what westerns should be, except it's sort of like Japanese people walking about pulling saws and chopping people up, and it's fucking brilliant. I just fucking love it, even though I can't understand a fucking word of Japanese, and I've got to use the fucking, what do you call it, the subs on it, but I mean, most of these movies, they all come with subs on them anyway, so they're brilliant, but I fucking love them. Pardon me. I like them better than westerns. I really love Japanese samurai movies better than westerns, good ones. The Zatoichi movies are fucking brilliant. They are better than fucking, John Wayne, they are fucking great, you know what I mean? They're just, I mean, the stories about people, the stories about people's lives, and the stories about people cheating on each other, and the stories about, the horrible gangster people you meet, like, they're there in every era in life, There's always been gangsters, there's always been people who bullied people and thought they could get their way by just being stronger and employing other people to beat other people up or kill people when they needed to get their own way, That is the story of fucking mankind, you know what I mean? And these movies, man, just fucking epitomise it, They are just the downright epitome of life on this fucking planet if a human being, I love them. They're fucking fantastic. And they're much better than any fucking western, because westerns were always just good against bad, but the storylines were so shit, It was the same fucking storyline, Always about a gold mine or a silver mine. It wasn't about controlling an area or taking over a town or taking, I mean, but that's what all the Japanese movies are. They're always about a big boss taking over a town or two bosses in the town fighting, and that's why when the spaghetti westerns came out, and you had, the good, the bad, the ugly, you know what I mean, fistful of dollars, a few dollars more, you know what I mean, and then you had like, copying the original, Seven Samurai, they copied that, it's a western. Last Man Standing was a copy of a fucking, a Japanese fucking movie done by Akira Kurosawa. I mean, the westerns have just about copied every fucking genre from everybody else in the rest of the world, but they've done it badly, you know what I mean? They've done it fucking badly. Who the fuck cares about one mine, one gold mine, one silver mine? Who cares, you know what I mean? But taking over a whole fucking county, you know what I mean? Being and it wasn't until you go up like basically into the 80s and 90s, you know what I mean? I mean, let's face it, these movies, Akira Kurosawa was making these movies back in the 50s, you know what I mean? you know, and earlier, you know, and it wasn't until you got really, you know, the 60s, 70s, the 80s, 90s, you know what I mean, when we started to see, you know, American movies started going to, you know, the conspiracies of government and people in positions of power taking over areas and controlling it, you know, police chiefs controlling areas, and, you know, but the Japanese have been doing that for like 40 fucking years before America caught and doing that with their westerns. Before that, it was like, no, one guy, big gun, chasing a horse, chasing, you know, you fucking, you know, 20 minutes of a 1.5 hour movie of somebody running up and down fucking hills on a horse, and it was like nothing happened except, oh, it's dead exciting, he's riding somewhere fast on a horse to get there fast, you know. And it was like, no, you watch these fucking Japanese movies, man, and it's all timed and it's all happening, but it's happening over days, but they jump from day to day, so you don't have to see the guy walk from one town to another. They just say that, no, yeah, this is one day he gets information, and the next day he's someone else, and he's there on time to kill somebody with a fucking sword. Fucking brilliant! You don't have to watch him walking all the way fucking there, you know what I mean? When he is walking there, things happen. It's not just a guy on a horse riding across a desert with the sun going up and going down. No, he meets people. He's an adventure on his way to a different town. They filled the fucking sequence in, you know. They put information in there that's worth watching and all that. He meets new people who then come into the story later on and become his friend or become his enemy later. And it's like, yeah, these people really knew how to fucking write storylines. What the fuck happens with us fucking in the West, man? Yeah, what we go was like, yeah, let's just have lots of explosions and shooting and killing every fucking, you know, hour. You know, you got an hour in a movie where one or two people go, and then at the end you get fucking 10 or 15 minutes where all the action happens. No, you watch Kurosawa, you watch fucking, you know, Zaiuichi, I can't remember who was the director then, but you watch those fucking movies, man, and it's like, there's fucking action all the way through it. Every 5 or 10 minutes there's something fucking happening, you know, that's exciting, and you need to be aware of, you know, and we didn't get movies like that until like the 90s in fucking the West, you know what I mean? We didn't really get that until the 90s, and where did we get it from? We got it from all the new young directors who had watched all these fucking Eastern fucking movies and thought, you know what, we could fucking do that. Kill Bill. You know what I mean? You couldn't have had a Kill Bill if it wasn't for the shit that was going on in the East about fucking 40 years ago, you know what I mean? Oh my god, I love those old fucking Japanese movies, man. They're fucking brilliant, man. These guys, man. And the Korean movies as well, you know, the comedy fucking Kung Fu Korean movies. Shit, man. We didn't get shit like that in the West for fucking years, for decades, man, after these cunts were making them, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, you can't understand the language and nobody wants to sit there and read fucking, you know, text at the bottom of the screen. But if you can take the time, man, if you can take the time to read that text and get into the movies and understand the direction and the acting and the storylines, you look at it and you think, my god, these fucking people were making better movies 40 years before fucking the West cottoned on this shit, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I mean, you know, okay, you know, John Wayne was a good actor, yeah, you know, who the fuck thinks that Ronald Reagan was a good actor? Come on, fuck, you know, he was a star, you know what I mean? Who the think that fucking Errol Flynn was a fucking good actor? Jumping up and down fucking stairs, you know what I mean? What the fuck do you mean? You look at those movies and you laugh at them. They're supposed to be adventure and, you know, action movies. They're comedies. They're fucking comedies compared to fucking the action movies that you get from the East, you know what I mean? Of that era. And the stuff they did as comedy, when you start to actually understand the comedy that these people were scripting and you know, the culture they come from, you look and you think, my fucking god, the only thing better than that is the BBC, who spend hundreds of thousands of dollars fucking paying for scripts to get that fucking kind of fucking humour put into a movie, you know. And there's not very many of them in America that come up with it, mate, you know what I mean? The British do, because they spend a lot of fucking time writing script and rewriting script and until it works. Very few people can do that. but a lot of the British fucking directors do it, you know what I mean? But they were doing that 40 years ago in Japan and Korea, you know, and even China, you know what I mean? Come on. Anyway, you know, I suppose I'm very, very drunk, and yeah, it's been, I don't know, fucking, it's quite about 12, 14 hours now watching, you know, these movies for these, you know. A few are reruns, I've seen them before, and I'm rewatching them again, so I'm getting a new, or a better idea. But just go on fucking, you know, what do you call it? Yeah, on this, what do you call this? YouTube, yeah. Fucking no, sorry. Yeah, just go on YouTube, type in Zatoichi, 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 you know, or I'll put a link in the bar. I'll put a link on it, just go to that link on it and watch the Zatoichi movies. They're fucking great. You'll have at least a week's worth of watching if you're not an avid watcher like me who can watch, like, you know, 6 or 7 movies in a day, you know what I mean? They're about, you know, an hour and 20 minutes, 25 minutes long each. So yeah, you can watch 6, 7 of them in a day and still get a couple of hours kip, you know what I mean? You know, so there we go. That's my recommendation on this video. You know, go and follow my link and watch these movies, man. Watch these movies. They're fucking brilliant movies. Brilliant fucking movies. So on to fucking that. I'm away to finish watching Zatoichi, number 9 Adventures of Zatoichi, and it's fucking good, man. I love them, and I love seeing people getting cut up with a fucking samurai sword. I just fucking do, you know what I mean? It's just proud, you know, much better than fucking people shooting bullets at each other from behind rocks, you know what I mean? It just is. You know, it's up close and personal, and you know, you can chop through things, buttons, and you know that thing. You know, cut through banisters and cut dice in half and cut through balls, and you know, they do all that shit, and they do all that. You know, it's like, you know, they pull the sword out, they chop something in half, and put the sword away, and you know, and people go, "Oh my god!" You know, you just don't get that, you know. They try to do it in the westerns with the fast draw, you know, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, fuck, and twirling. Then they added in twirling, you know, fuck off. You just can't get the action with a gun that you know, a pistol that you can get from a fucking sword. You just can't, man. It just gets you in the gut, man, when somebody pulls a sword out and chops through somebody's fucking neck. You know what I mean? Or chopped a hand off, you know. It's a completely different thing from somebody who's getting shot from fucking, you know, 100 miles away. You know what I mean? It's not the same fucking thing. You're there personally, face to face. You can smell the fucker as you chop them up, you know what I mean? You don't get that with guns, you know what I mean? And I love that. I love that idea of being there, close, personal, up front. And then when the guy's dying and he says his last words, you're there to hear it. You're no fucking 300 yards away and just bang, he's dead. And it's like, who cares if he says anything? Who cares if he says, oh, please take this letter back, my dear sweetheart. Who cares? Nobody cares about that when you're shooting people. But when you're chopping people up with a fucking sword, it becomes real personal. You can add all that into the dialogue. And that's what I love with the fucking, you know, the samurai movies. That's the tasty bits, you know. The real tasty bits, you're there for the last dying breath. You try to add that into a movie with people getting their heads blown off. You can't very well fucking, you know, give into your last words when you've got a fucking, you know, a hole in the front of your head and fucking half your head missing the back. You know what I mean? You just can't. But it's different when you've been stabbed with a sword and then you slowly die, bleed to death. Yeah, you can get that with it. But people get shot and then, you know, all these western movies, they spend fucking 10 minutes saying, oh, tell my wife I love her. You fucking dead, you've been shot in the fucking heart, you can't just die already, will you? You know what I mean? But you can understand, you know, getting gut fucking raped with a fucking sword, man, your guts are spilling out, you're nagging it, but you're trying to say, oh please tell my wife I loved her, you know. Yeah, you could understand that, but not when you're being fucking blown apart with, or riddled with fucking machine gun bullets, you know. It just didn't make any sense, you know what I mean. Anyway, that's why I love these movies, and you should go and watch them. You should watch them! Just want you fucking bad.